The Sun is a yellow dwarf star, a hot ball of glowing gases at the heart of our solar system. Its gravity holds the solar system together, keeping everything in its orbit. The connection and interactions between the Sun and Earth drive the seasons. The Sun has a radius of 4,32,168.6 miles, that is 6,95,508 kilometers. The Sun is 93 million miles, 150 million kilometers, from Earth. The Sun, and everything that orbits it, is located in the Milky Way galaxy. More specifically, our Sun is in a spiral arm called the Orion SPUR that extends outward from the Sagittarius arm. From there, the Sun orbits the center of the Milky Way galaxy, bringing the planets, asteroids, comets and other objects along with it. Our solar system is moving with an average velocity of 4,50,000 miles per hour, 7,20,000 kilometers per hour. But even at this speed, it takes us about 230 million years to make one complete orbit around the Milky Way. The Sun rotates as it orbits the center of the Milky Way. Its spin has an axial tilt of 7.25 degrees with respect to the plane of the planet's orbits. Since the Sun is not a solid body, different parts of the Sun rotate at different rates. At the equator, the Sun spins around once about every 25 days. But at its poles the Sun rotates once on its axis every 36 Earth days. The Sun and the rest of the solar system formed from a giant, rotating cloud of gas and dust called a solar nebula about 4.5 billion years ago. As the nebula collapsed, it spun faster and flattened into a disk. Most of the material was pulled toward the center to form our Sun, which accounts for 99.8% of the mass of the entire solar system. The Sun, like other stars, is a ball of gas. In terms of the number of atoms, it is made of 91.0% hydrogen and 8.9% helium. By mass, the Sun is about 70.6% hydrogen and 27.4% helium. The Sun's enormous mass is held together by gravitational attraction, producing immense pressure and temperature at its core. The Sun has 6 regions: the core, the radiative zone, and the convective zone in the interior, the visible surface, called the photosphere, the chromosphere, and the outermost region, the corona. At the core, the temperature is about 27 million degrees Fahrenheit, 15 million degrees Celsius, which is sufficient to sustain thermonuclear fusion. Hydrogen atoms fuse to make helium. The energy generated in the core produces all the heat and light the Sun emits. Energy from the core is carried outward by radiation. The surface of the Sun, the photosphere, is a 300-mile thick, 500-kilometer thick region, from which most of the Sun's radiation escapes outward. This is not a solid surface. We see radiation from the photosphere as sunlight when it reaches Earth. The temperature of the photosphere is about 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, 5,500 degrees Celsius. Above the photosphere lie the tenuous chromosphere and the corona, crown, which make up the thin solar atmosphere. This is where we see features such as sunspots and solar flares. The electric currents in the Sun generate a complex magnetic field that extends out into space to form the interplanetary magnetic field. The volume of space controlled by the Sun's magnetic field is called the heliosphere. The Sun's magnetic field is carried out through the solar system by the solar wind, a stream of electrically charged gas blowing outward from the Sun in all directions. Since the Sun rotates, the magnetic field spins out into a large rotating spiral, known as the Parker spiral. Approximately every 11 years, the Sun's geographic poles change their magnetic polarity.